Hello people of YouTube, Megan here, and time for another video. Today I want to do a bucket list kind of video. I think I might have done something similar in the past, but if I did, it was years ago and things have probably changed, so time to do an updated one possibly. So some of these could be lists in on themselves, but I'm just gonna keep it like a generalized list to keep this video from being too long or too like niche or specialized. So yeah, first on this list is I want to stay in Stateroom B340 on the Queen Mary. Like, I love the paranormal, I love the supernatural, I love hearing stories, I love hearing like stories about hauntings and stuff. That's just right up my alley. And I've been on the Queen Mary a couple of times, like 2 times, because I have a friend that lives out there, but I've never stayed the night on the Queen Mary. That's something I want to do, but I specifically would love to have a chance to stay in Stateroom B340, which is, I believe, considered like the most haunted room. And just, I think that would be a very interesting experience. For those who don't know, when it comes to like the paranormal and supernatural, I consider myself like a skeptic believer. Like, I do believe in ghosts, I do believe in the paranormal, and to the point I would believe in the supernatural. But I'm not one that immediately jumps to conclusions that every little thing is something paranormal, even in like a supposed haunted location. Like, I believe in things, but I am willing to believe in science and more reality-based explanations than the paranormal or supernatural. Like, if I were to go to a haunted location, every little sound I'm not going to immediately brush off as, was that a ghost? You know, I'm going to probably go for more logical things first. Like, oh no, that was probably the wind. That could have been like a mouse or a rat or something. So like I'm a believer, but I don't jump to the paranormal conclusion first. So just, I think it would be so cool to stay in this super haunted room. See like what kind of experiences I may or may not have. Number 2 on this list is kind of an offshoot of the first. I want to visit and stay in as many like supernatural, paranormal, haunted locations as possible. I haven't had any experience with the supernatural, paranormal myself, but I know people who have, and it'd be interesting to see if I experience anything in these locations. So yeah, visit as many as I possibly can. Number 3 is I want to finish and or publish a book. Doesn't matter if it's traditionally published or indie published or self-published. Yeah, I would just love to finish writing something that I start for once and maybe get it published. It'd be nice to get something published, especially if I actually manage to finish anything. Writing is hard. Writing is very, very hard. Next on this list is I would love to see any or all of these creatures in the wild. Orcas, just any sort of whale in general, dolphins, and sharks. Doesn't matter what kind of shark. It would be cool to see a great white shark, but I'm not going to be picky. I would love to be able to see any of these creatures in the wild. From a safe distance, of course. Like if I was on a boat that won't get tipped over by any of these animals. I love animals, I love wildlife, and it would just be amazing to be able to see any of these animals like on a whale watch or something. I have actually seen dolphins in the wild before when I was on a whale watch with some friends, but you know, it'd be cool to see them again. And also various whales, especially orcas. Orcas are terrifying but also beautiful creatures. And a shark of some kind would be awesome. Just because I think that would be an amazing experience to see them like in the wild. But like I said, from the safety of a ship. Kind of following on the same theme of that, I would love to be able to see like a wolf, a fox, and you know, various other animals, but mostly those two in person. Probably in a sanctuary. But just, I think that would be kind of neat to be able to see them in person. Just because wolves especially, I find very beautiful animals, and just, I want to see. The next on this list is something that I've been wanting to do for years, and it's been on my list for years, and it is to go to San Diego Comic-Con. Something that I haven't been able to do because travel is expensive, hotel rooms are expensive, And I can't even imagine how hard it is to get tickets for that. But, it'd be cool to go one year. The next on my list is to travel outside the US. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. I have gone up to Nova Scotia once to visit a friend, and that was awesome. It'd be cool to be able to visit Europe. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while. One of my biggest regrets in life was missing out on a exchange program through my community college. I found out about it way too late. One of the places that I could have gone was Ireland, and that's somewhere I've always wanted to travel to. And yeah, I found out about it too late. I wouldn't have been able to get all the paperwork and everything together in time. I didn't have the money for a passport. And yeah, biggest regret ever. Next on this list is to own a house. Sad that that has to be on my bucket list, but that's the world we live in now. But to own a house and have an amazing garden, I think I kind of had a whole video talking about like my dream garden or involving my dream garden. If I can find that, I'll like do that in iCard somewhere, but that was made so long ago and that's probably have changed over the years. But yeah, I just want to have a nice garden. Nice little vegetable fruit garden and some nice flowers here and there. It'd be awesome. That's what I want. Next on this list is I want to see as many artists, musical artists, that I like live. See as many of them as possible. Alright, second to last on this list is I want to go to Disney World / Epcot / Universal. Any or all of these parks. Even if I can only go to one, that'd be great. I did go to Disney World when I was like younger, like back in elementary school. But that was a long time ago, and I was kind of at that weird age where it's like, am I too old for this? Am I too old for this? Thinking I'm too old for certain things, and therefore, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm too old for that. Just kind of at that weird stage of like preteen / teenage dumb. I had fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed that trip fully. But yeah, it'd be nice to go again where I can like appreciate it even more as an adult. Especially like Epcot. I don't think we went to Epcot when we went as a family. And I've never been to Universal, so that would be cool to go to. And the last on my list is I'd like to go to Vegas. Not necessarily to gamble. I'm not a big gambler, but just for the experience, maybe see a show there or two. I feel like it'd be a cool experience to have, even just once. Like, I found as I've grown older, I am appreciating experiences a lot more than, like, physical things. Like, I still value my physical possessions, but I feel they're more valuable to me, more sentimental, if I have an experience attached to them. Like, a lot of my books that I am very attached to have been signed by the author when I went to signings. So I got to meet the author and get my book signed. So those I find like invaluable because it's like I have the experience. I got to get this signed by the author in person and so on and so forth. So yeah, I want to have as many fun experiences as I can. And this probably isn't even a full list. This is just stuff that I've sat down to think about and that came to mind. Just watch. After I finish this video, like half a dozen other things probably gonna come to mind, but these are like main list things for me. Will I ever get to do all of them? Probably not. Even if I can get a couple of them knocked out of the park in my life, or what's left of my life, I will be very happy. But yeah, that's it for this video. For anyone who is still watching, what are some things that are on your bucket list? It can be anything at all, from meeting like your favorite author, which speaking of, I do have a list of authors that I would love to meet as well. But yeah, that's probably, like I said, watch. This video is going to be over and I'm going to come up with other things, so yeah, I would love to meet a handful of authors that I haven't had a chance to like interact with yet as well. But yeah, anyway, for anyone still watching, what are some things that are on your bucket list? It can be anything at all, from like meeting someone, visiting a place, having an experience. Let me know, let's share, let's get discussion going. And yeah, That's it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.